Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing a bicycle I have converted into electric the old school way with brand new components brought. It's a 24 volt brushed geared motor, 250 watts. This is a universal motor conversion kit you could buy online. It's Chinese. As you can see here, they give you this plate to mount the motor to it, and then you mount the plate to the frame, the A frame of the bicycle. What this is supposed to be mounted on is actually, as you can see here, it's like U clips, but it's supposed to be basically one here. So that is supposed to come up to here. The bottom one here is supposed to go all the way up here. It's supposed to be like that, turned inside there. That's where the motor is supposed to be. But the problem basically is that this is a different frame than ordinary. As you can see, the lines are not straight, they're curved, and because of this curved feature, I had no choice but just to mount it in one location, one spot here. This frame I'm using, the bicycle, is a cruiser, beach cruiser, and as you can see on the beach cruiser, the whole frame is like even, so it's not straight. And because of that, the mounting was a little bit difficult, but it was accessible. I had to a little bit figure it out how to make this strong enough to support the motor so it won't twist and be firm. So I used that original mounting point, and that goes into your axle. And then what I did was I also put an adapter, piece of metal I fabricated, just drilled and tapped in some threads to keep all of that secured in, so it's not just this one bolt holding the whole motor weight and torque. It's actually hanging on that, which is connected, as you can see, to the frame. I'll show you from here. There. And those holes are, I think it's for a fender or basket attachment, so it came really handy. So that piece of metal I put in there actually is supporting this, which I had to drill out, and then I had to tap into that piece of metal to basically like hang it on there. So basically all this weight is hanging on that metal, which is hanging on that. So that is hanging on that, and that is hanging on that. And then you have also your bolt, which I marked. So after the test rides, if it's getting loose or not, just made a marking there. So if it does get loose, I know that paint will crack, and then I know, something's not okay. But so far I took it out. Bumpier roads, long distance, and so far everything is good, which I'm really happy. Here I'm just fabricated myself a chain guard just to dress it up a bit, and also to protect the legs, more like the pants, and also another chain guard here, because as you can see how this works, the setup is, you could go online, you could see more people converting this, and they'll show you exactly how it's done. I'm just showing you the finished result, but what you have is two free wheels, gears there, which are connected. So basically when the motor operates, it will turn that, and then that will drive the wheel. But same time you could freewheel with not rotating the pedals, and vice versa. So you could pedal normally, drive the rear wheel, but have that, since that's a free wheel as well, then that will freewheel. Or you could pedal assist by allowing the motor to do its work and just put some power to it with pedal link. This is actually a pretty torquey motor. I think it's because it's reduced geared and it's brushed, it's more torquey. That said, it's only 250 watts, 24 volts, which means that your speed is going to be like max like 20 kilometers an hour with pedal assist 25. So it's not fast, but it does the job commuting to work or shop or whatever. So just to have an electric converter bike for seriously these days the cheapest. This unit here is the cheapest. I got this unit. They included to it, as you can see it, I made my own battery pack. I made this battery pack out of MDF board, and I just dressed it up and glued it together, secured it. And this battery pack basically has lead batteries inside it, and these lead batteries are actually sealed batteries. They're 9 amp hour batteries times 2, but the 9 amp hour batteries obviously stays because they're 12 volt batteries. So 2 times 12 is 24 volts and 9 amp hours. And so far the 9 amp hours for me last quite a distance. I was able to go with it 20 kilometers an hour and still not wear down the battery. So I'm pretty happy with that. Well, my dog is a little bit running here. I'm excited about the people in the garden. Anyhow, back to the video. And what came with this here, I just had to paint that black for it to look better. And that is white. Actually pretty ugly white. I painted it black. That's your indicator for the battery of the voltage state. Basically you have 5, and that's top, then from there it goes down to low, and I wasn't able to get it down to low after 20 kilometers an hour, so I'm pretty happy with that. I still have to go more test riding. And you have a light there also that you could control by a switch underneath here, so that's included. And also what's included is your throttle, twist throttle, very good, very responsive, and also your brakes, 2 brake levers. I still kept the original I had on the bicycle, and I just used one out of the 2 they supplied me with. They also had a wire for cutoff. So basically when you're twisting the throttle and not realizing, but you do want to brake, you use the brakes and that will cut off the throttle. So basically it'll cut off the motor, so for sure you'll be able to stop with the bike. But me having experience bicycling and using mopeds and whatsoever, this is not an issue actually, because like just like a gas powered one, you have the throttle. If you want to stop, obviously you release it and you stop with the brakes. That's the rear brakes. Now there's the front brakes on this bicycle. Since it is heavy, it's not a light bicycle, due to the motor is pretty heavy itself, but even the brushless motors are heavy. But this being a gear drive, and as you can see the casting and everything, it's more robust, has more weight to it. But the battery alone, it's like heavy. The motor itself, something like 4 kilograms, and the battery actually I weighed something like 7 kilograms. So basically with everything fitted, covering and everything, well, I can't really say, like an extra 15 kilograms for sure has been added on to the bicycle. Obviously if you're to go for a lithium battery pack, it'll be a lot, like probably half the weight, and your range will probably increase too, depending on the amp hour or battery you choose. But like I said, this thing to function for us, because my wife is going to be using it, I actually built it for her. It's ideal, and it's the cheapest solution. Like, it's old school technology, you could say. You have a little controller I put inside there, and they also gave you that controller for the motor. It does need a controller. So basically what they gave you is the motor itself, the bracket. They gave you an axle, which I didn't use because I used the old axle. And they gave you the, here I'll show you, inside small controller. Got the wires coming out that go to the battery, that go to the motor, and that also goes to the switch they gave you, just like a car switch. It's very good. I like that. And also they gave you the brake levers, and they gave you the throttle. Oh, and the light that also has the built-in indicator for the battery performance. So all of that they gave you as a unit. And with this deal, it's very hard to find, but for the same price I also got them to give me a 24-volt lead acid battery charger, which I'm really happy about because I didn't have to pay extra money for it. But usually these conversions you get, they don't really give you the charger to it. Depends on where you buy it, which line you buy it. But like I said, this is the cheapest unit. The batteries I brought separate from a separate company, and it works. I can show you switching it on. Switch it on, it lights up. As you can see, the power level is on. And if you want the lights, underneath there's a switch. Got your lights, pretty bright. And now I have it on the stand. I'll try to, with one hand, try to lift a little bit the bike. Get the motor to go here. Throttle. You can see. So I'm going to be making more videos of taking the bike out into the street, me riding it, just so you can see the instant response of the motor. I try to go on some grassy area, some hills, you know, just to see the torque and to measure up also the speed. But so far, yeah, that's the build. It's the cheapest electric conversion in 2024. It's heavier, it's slower, but gets the job done. If you want electric, if you have a problem with your knees or just don't feel like pedaling at the end of the day to get to your workplace, or coming home from your workplace, or go shopping, or just to cruise around, for that it's ideal. And the best thing is you pick your own bicycle. We had this bicycle, I just had to repaint it. Got a new wheel for the back that was needing it. The front, as you can see, is a bigger size wheel. It's actually a 28 inch. The back one is a 26 inch. I got new tires for it. And yeah, so basically got a new saddle. So if you like it, comment, share, subscribe, and yeah, thank you for watching.